our newbie training. My name is Shayna Rodriguez. I'm a double diamond with It Works Global. And so basically, to start it off, we're going to go over just getting started. So make sure that if you're brand new, you haven't done anything with your business, that you log into myitworks.com with your login, your password, and you fill out your tax information to take that commission hold off of your account so that way you can get paid. And then all you're basically doing is you're acknowledging your tax form. When it comes to tax information, if you're worried about it, I have a lot of people that ask this question. If you make more than $600 in this year, you'll get a 1099-R at the end of the year. Well, yeah, so at the beginning of next year, for next year. So keep anything that you do business tax related. That's something you can talk with your upline. And then we do have an awesome app. So it is called, hang on. The It Works Connect app. So if you just go into your app store, if you're on iPhone, I don't know how to work any other phone besides iPhone, so sorry, I can't help you there. But basically, you just go in there, you download it. It is going to connect it to our Fit app, which is a free app that you can send to potentials, and it's going to automatically link them to your business. So that's a super awesome way to grow your business and just show them what It Works is all about, because this is going to be an app that they can use for absolutely free. They can spin every single day and earn free points or points towards free product samples. And then same thing with you. When people are going and logging into that, you're getting points yourself. So share away with your app. It's going to automatically link back to them. And then also if they share that link with other people, it still is going to be linking to you. So it's a great way to be growing your business and to be spreading. I was going to say spread your seed, but that's how totally not what I meant. Spread your business all over the place. So anyways, next we're going to talk about your 100s list. So if you go into your eSuite that I just told you to do at the beginning, you're going to click up at the top and it's going to have a documents library, and you can go in there and type 100, and then it's going to bring up a 100s list. So it's literally, I don't think I have any like right next to me, but it's basically sheets of paper that have boxes for you to write down your potentials. And then it's also going to give you a memory jogger. So if you're thinking like, how on earth am I going to come up with 100 people? And by the way, if you're brand new, don't think you need to like go and sit down and write out all 100 people on this list, because that's just super overwhelming. I get overwhelmed thinking about that. And I've been in for almost 4 years. So don't feel like you have to do it all in one shot. You can definitely spread it out. You know, try doing like 20 people the first time, of 20 people you think of that you think that they would love the products, you think that they could use some extra money, whatever the case may be, put them on that list, and then that's basically you growing your 100s list. Another way that you're growing your 100s list is simply by talking on your Facebook, your posts, your people that are liking it, people that are commenting on it. Those are people that you're adding to your 100s list, because those are your potentials. So the 100s list is definitely, it's a big number when you look at it that way, but break it down, smaller numbers, and then also using that memory jogger, which is underneath the documents library. So I do have two amazing people. Oh, and side note, if you guys have any questions during the trade, just put them in the chat. And that way we can get to them either during it or at the end. But we'll just answer any questions that will be typed in the chat. But next I'm gonna switch gears over to Casey. Hopefully your phone is good.
Yeah, it's good now. Hey guys, so my name is Casey Morgan. I'm a diamond leader with the company, and I've been with It Works since May of 2015, so almost 4 years now, which is crazy. But I really want to talk to you guys about the customer options, and I'm getting over a cold, so excuse my voice if I cough in your face. But basically, we have two options for being customers, okay? So when you're getting started, we're going to talk about your first goal of getting 4 loyal customers. But we have two options. There's a retail customer, and they basically pay wholesale pricing. They're not, locked into paying or buying any minimums for any certain amount of months. It's just a one-time order, and they pay full price. This is a rare thing. I've been in for 4 years, and I think I've maybe had 5 retail customers, because we always want to push the loyal customer, because that's how we create residual income. And a loyal customer is basically somebody who just agrees to ordering for 3 consecutive months. We give them a free membership for life, and after the 3rd month, they can stop the shipment or they can continue. Obviously, we want them to continue because that makes our checks bigger, and I'm going to put wording in here for what I say to explain the loyal customer agreement. If Shayna and Rachel, if you guys have your own, you guys can put that in there. And obviously, this is what works for me. I'm not saying this is going to work for everybody, but if you want to give it a try, that is how I explain what a loyal customer is. If somebody's like, so what's a loyal customer? Because when I'm talking to a potential customer, I always lead with the retail price, and then I offer the loyal customer discount. So I'm always like, for instance, let's do the new Thermify X. So I will say, you know, it retails for $65, or you can get it 40% off as a loyal customer of mine for only $36. Which price option would you prefer? And they always say the cheaper option, because who doesn't want to save money, and it's 40% off? Like, it's a no-brainer. So they're going to say the cheaper option, and then I send that, and they're like, yeah, that sounds great. So that's kind of how I explain that. Loyal customers also get 10% back, as well as a ton of other perks, especially now since we do emails. Corporate's going to be sending emails to all of our customers and giving them more, you know, coupon codes, promos for new products. They're going to be up to date on all the new releases. So basically, being a loyal customer is pretty much the best bet. Now there is it's normally a $50 membership fee, but since they're agreeing to do the 3 months, that $50 is completely waived. But just so you guys know, if they cancel within those 3 months, they do have to pay that membership fee. So make sure when you're talking to them that they are agreeing to the 3 months. Do you guys have the form, Shannon and Rachel? Did you guys send that form out too? Okay, so there is a form that we send out, and it has the disclaimer at the very bottom. So when you're talking to them, make sure you have that. You just send it straight to them, say, send me the highlighted info, and you can go there. Because there's 2 ways to enroll a customer. You can enroll through your eSuite, which is your back office, which Shayna was just telling you about, to do your tax info. And at the very top, you click orders. And then on the left, there's enroll new customer. And it's going to pull up the products. You choose the products, click continue, and then fill out the form with their information. The form that you send to them is literally going to give you everything you need to fill out that form and get their order processed. The second way is through your personal website, which is what you would have created. Like mine's kcm.itworks.com. So whatever your URL is, that's your website. They can check out, or you can go there and check out as well, just like your normal customer. You would put in their information, choose the loyal customer option for the monthly shipments, and check out. It's very simple. I definitely suggest getting in there and practicing, because when I first started, I had no idea what I was doing. So I literally just pretended I was a new customer, and I just practiced signing myself up. Obviously, I didn't complete it, but just go through there and practice entering the information, and you will see how easy it is. But yeah, that's pretty much how simple it is, and that's how I word loyal customer. And Rachel, are you next on the messaging? Okay, so sorry, I had to go back to my notes. Okay, so now I want to talk about messaging. This is something that is crucial for your business. Posting, yes, is very important, but guys, you have to be asking people to try these products. You guys have to be putting this out there and letting people know what you're doing, because if they don't know that your doors are open or what you're selling, you're never going to have people buying from you. You're never going to have people join your team. So this is how you get in conversations. And this is where the magic truly happens, which is in the conversation. So basically, where'd the chat go? I'm going to put what I say. So going back off Shayna's hundreds list, I say once you get to like 20 or 30, I would start messaging. And then over time, you can continue adding to your hundreds list, obviously. But we want to get you messaging as soon as possible, because that's where you can get the customers. And this is the message that I'm having my new distributor send out, and it's been very successful. And like I said, Rachel and Shannon, if you guys have something too, basically that's what it says. Copy these and put them in your notes. And guys, you can add emojis, you can take out words, add words. Just make sure that this is like the structure of what you're saying, and like don't change it completely. But like I said, this is what works for me, and it's working for my team. But it's very simple, and it's very discreet. So they're going to have to ask questions and like find out what you're doing. And like, that's where the magic happens, is when you're having these conversations and going back and forth, them asking questions, you're giving them information, and you don't have to know everything. Okay. You guys have amazing uplines. Come to us, send us screenshots, ask us, how would you answer this? Or, what would you suggest to this person? Like, use us as your tool, because we've been here a long time. We've been through a lot of the stuff that you're going to go through. So don't feel like you're going through something we've never gone through. You have to ask questions, and I promise you're going to feel so much better reaching out and asking for help instead of trying and failing over and over again. Like, use our mistakes to your advantage, because we've been there. So that's the initial message. They're going to reply. And they're like, yeah, sure, absolutely. Because chances are these are people you're really close with because this is your warm market and you're just getting started. So these are going to be your family, friends, best friends, friends' parents, friends' cousins, sisters. Like, it's going to be really close people to you. So chances are they're going to say yes. And then just send a screenshot to your upline and they're going to walk you through the conversation back and forth. This should get you your first 4 customers in the first 72 hours and get you the shopping spree, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Another way I message, and this is what I call good vibe messaging. And this is something that you're going to do throughout your business for building relationships and just like getting in conversation with people and like making new friends and connecting with people in your network and like all around the world. But yeah, I call it good vibe messaging. And basically it's literally that. And I do this on Instagram and Facebook, and I basically just message like 10 people a day that message. And everyone's always so nice. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're so sweet. And like, yeah, it's not really talking about the business, but guess what? I'm making a new connection on social media. So when they see my stories and my posts, they already know that I'm a real person because I've already connected with them, and they're going to feel more comfortable asking me about something or commenting on something because I'm no longer a stranger. Think about if you were in the position and you saw somebody's post, you're more likely going to comment if you've already had a conversation with them, talk to them back and forth about your personal life, as opposed to somebody you don't even know. So that's good vibe messaging. I do 10 a day. That's just for connecting and basically planting seeds is like we like to call it. But that's pretty much all I do for messaging. And I think Rachel, you're up next.
Yes, I am. Okay.
Yeah. Up next is Rachel.
Thanks, Shayna. I'm just going to talk really quickly about growing your network. And for me, there's just really 3 things that you need to be doing consistently to be successful. And it's messaging, posting, which Casey's going to get to, and growing your network. So from the very beginning, I just was like, it really clicked with me that if I wanted to be continuing to get teammates and customers, I needed new people seeing my posts every day. It's just like if you have a store, it's awesome if you get 4 customers and they're loyal to you and they come in every once in a while, but that's not enough to have, a booming business. That's just a foundation. So that's why it's so important to get new people seeing your stuff. And what that equates to on social media is on Facebook, adding friends, and on Instagram, trying to get new followers. And that sounds like pretty simple, but you can't just go adding the people in your suggested. You can't just go, there has to be a strategy to it. And for me, I find Instagram a lot less intimidating, a lot easier. And how I suggest following on Instagram at first, definitely. And I know this works because I started with 300 followers 4 years ago, and I have over 20,000 now. Simply doing this is, when I first started, I would just go to a friend and I would go to their first picture and follow all of the women over 18 who liked that picture. And you basically weed out people who are under 18 by only intentionally following people who are over 18, because we cannot have, sorry, my contact lens is the worst right now. We can't have people who are under 18 purchasing products from us, and they can't be distributors. So that's why it's not super beneficial to have them as your follower. So that's literally what I would do. And I keep my profile private. So as these people would request to follow me back, as I was accepting those requests, I would do the same thing on their profile. If there was a profile and I was like, okay, this is someone who seems like me or I can relate to, I'm going to go to the first picture on their profile and follow all of the women. And obviously you can follow men too. For me, it's just I have more success with women, and just follow that way. And it's kind of like a 6 degree of separation. You just branch out more and more and more. And if you feel like you're focused too much in one area, sometimes I'll just pick a town. Like recently I was like, I think I'll just search towns in Montana, look for public posts. People, I was like, okay, this is someone around my age, or, really just the vibe of their profile. If it's public and you search that town and they tagged it, you can just do the same thing on their first post. Follow all of the people that you're like, okay, perfect. This is my network. That's how you grow your network on Instagram. For me, Facebook, you can kind of do the same thing by at first going to the friends you already have, looking at their friends list, adding some of those people, and so on and so on and so on. And you can also search profiles, or sorry, not profiles. You can also search towns. Another good way is events near you. Search events in the city you live in and the people who've liked it or RSVP'd. That's a great way. Searching boutiques or smaller shops in your town, the people who like or comment on those posts, friend them. Those are just like more organic ways to branch out. And for me, it was all about setting goals. So it's great if you're just like, oh, I'm going to try to follow more people. I'm going to friend more people. But set yourself goals and make sure you're reaching them. Like, I'm going to follow 200 new people on Instagram today. Make sure you do it. Hold yourself accountable. And I promise if you're doing something like that, making a goal and really, doing that every day consistently, you are going to see your business grow. You are going to see a difference. So that's what I have on growing your network, and I'm going to give it back to Casey, who's going to talk about making your first post.
I love those tips. Like, growing your network is so important to your business, like for real, because you're going to run out of your warm market and you need new all the time. So, but posting your very first post, and I get this all the time from new distributors, like, well, what should I post? And you may be nervous about posting. Guys, don't be nervous. You guys have an amazing opportunity to share with people and an amazing product line to share with people. So don't be nervous about it. Be excited. And I always tell people to, post a selfie because people need to see you. People are going to fall in love with you before they fall in love with whatever you're selling, the business, whatever you're putting out there. They need to fall in love with you first. So I always say post with a selfie. And guys, if you don't like taking pictures of yourself, just practice. I promise you guys, there's editing apps out there. You can make yourself, I'm not saying look different, but you can make the picture look better, okay? Because I did not like taking a lot of pictures, and until I figured out how to edit, I was like, oh, wow, I can actually make these pictures look really good, because they didn't really look appealing when I first started, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I watched a lot of training videos. So yeah, practice taking pictures of yourself, practice taking pictures, or have people take pictures of you working on your phone, like sitting in your bed on your phone, have someone take a picture of you doing that and make a post about that. And here's the wording that I'm having new distributors use for the first post. And obviously you guys can take away from that, add to it, but use that as like inspiration and like as an idea to start a post. I don't say it works. I would not specifically pinpoint it works. Keep it super discreet, because the more of a mystery it is, the more people are going to be like, what are you doing? What is this? Like, what's going on? Because there's so many things happening online now. Leave it a mystery. Let them come to you and ask you, what are you selling? That way you're already in a conversation with these people, and you can possibly turn some of those into customers and distributors. Because if you said everything in one post, no one's going to message you because you laid it all out on the table for them. So I really like that initial post I just put in there, because it does keep it a mystery. Just be super, super excited. Keep it simple. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's how your first post should be. And then everything after that will just kind of flow. Once you start seeing other people's posts, follow your leader, follow your enroller, follow your upline, follow your diamond and above uplines, and kind of watch how they're posting, and you'll slowly learn how to post yourself. Because when I first started, I didn't have an upline really. So I literally was watching YouTube videos, and I was literally just finding top leaders of the company that were making the money that I wanted to make. And I just started posting like them. If they took a picture holding a coffee cup, I took a picture holding a coffee cup and took the wording and just made it my own and made it my own post. I still do that to this day to get inspired for my own posts. So use other people as your fire to make your own posts. I'm not saying copy and paste, but get inspired and then make your own. So I'm going to give it back to Rachel, and she's going to talk about earning your shopping spree, right? Yeah.
Yes, you have it right. So the next two actually go hand in hand. So these are just basically some of the first goals you're looking at in the business. And the shopping spree, as soon as you sign your first 4 loyal customers, you get a $100 shopping spree. And you can use that on products or gear or Blitz cards. Like anything in our store, you have $100. You just have to pay shipping. And that's, just signing 4 customers. You can do that, and then you get to treat yourself. So that's fun. Or you can use it to reinvest. So you could be like, I'm going to sell keto coffee samples. So buy yourself 3 bags of keto coffee, sell it for $5 a pack. There's 45 packs, you know, it adds up. So it's completely up to you what you want to do with that. But, you know, I love shopping, and I love when it's not exactly my money or, you know, free. I feel like everybody does. And yeah, so that's one of your first goals. Make sure you're working towards that. That's 4 customers in your first 30 days, and you'll get that shopping spree. How you use it is you go into your account, orders, under the orders tab. This is going to have to be a one-time order. Add what you want to your cart. You're not going to see the shopping spree until you go to your payment page. It's just going to be a payment option. And like I said, you're going to have to pay for shipping, but you can apply that shopping spree. So that's awesome. And now I'm going to talk to you about the $1,000 guarantee bonus, or $1,000 guaranteed income. And that is if in your first 60 days, first 2 months, your first 60 days, you reach the rank of Ruby. And I don't have a Ruby chart sitting here, but you can access it through your eSuite. If you just go into the document library, search chart, every chart's going to pop up for you. You're going to pull up that Ruby chart, and just so you know, you used to have to do more to hit Ruby. It's super simplified. Oh, look, Shayna has it. So you are that red circle. Each of those boxes is a teammate, so a distributor that you've signed or has been placed under you, but we're shooting for you signing. And each of those people needs to be a qualified leg. What that means is that they have about $400 in sales. Each product has a volume, like pretty equivalent usually to the dollar amount, and that's what we chart with, and that's how we earn promotions and bonuses and all that good stuff. So it's you have 3 distributors on your team. Each of them have about $400 in sales, 400 BV, and then all of you together have to have over 2,000 GV, which is just group volume. So it's all of your personal volumes added up equals your group volume. So I've said a lot of words, so don't panic. But it's honestly, if you just pull up the chart, if you read it, you can also pull up in the document library the compensation plan, which explains it further. But so if you reach that rank, if you and then your 3 distributors, you all, you know, they're qualified legs, you're at least commission qualified, and all of you together have over 2,000, about 2,000 in sales in your first 60 days, and you have not made $1,000 in commissions, the company is going to pay you the difference as a bonus. So say that you reach Ruby and you've only made $600 in commissions. The company is going to add a $400 bonus to your check. So that is definitely a huge incentive to work your booty off and try to get Ruby in these first 60 days. That is an amazing incentive. And, you know, if you are just kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start, or you're overwhelmed, or you're nervous, or you're excited, like message your upline, message your enroller, tell them like, hey, I'm going to hit Ruby. Like, I really want this to get this $1,000 guarantee, and, you know, game plan with the person who can help you roadmap this, because we are all rooting for you. We're so excited you're here, and we want to help you guys earn this $1,000 guarantee. But I hope tonight was helpful. I didn't see any questions pop up in the chat. Casey, Shayna, did either of you have anything else that you wanted to add for tonight? I actually think Casey's phone might have died. We lost him. Shayna, are you good?
Yeah, the only thing I'm going to add is just, you know, whether you literally just signed, or maybe you signed and really didn't do anything and now you're like ready to rock and roll, just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, one post at a time, one conversation at a time. Like, don't feel like you have to take this whole Zoom and apply every single tidbit into one action. It's a process. It literally is a process. And don't compare your story to somebody else's. So you may work more or less than somebody that you're comparing yourself to. You just never know. So just one day at a time, deep breaths, make sure you connect with people and make sure you do your personal development, because that is so crucial, because nobody is going to be your biggest cheerleader besides your own self. So make sure your cup is overflowing, not full, overflowing, so you can constantly be giving to those you're talking to. And that's it.
Yes, awesome. Thanks, guys, for taking the time to be on tonight. And I will have the recording uploaded soon if you have to share this with any teammates. Have a really good night, guys.
Thank you. Bye.